Ruth had been on Medicare for 3 years when a small envelope arrived, and inside was a number that made her sit down. Her Part B premium was higher than her neighbors, not by a little, by 20% every single month for the rest of her life. She hadn't done anything reckless. She'd simply missed one 7-month window 3 years earlier and never known it existed. That penalty will follow her for as long as she has Medicare. And here's the quiet truth about Medicare. Most of the money it costs people isn't lost to fraud or bad luck. It's lost to a handful of small, avoidable mistakes made by careful, sensible folks who just weren't told. Hi, I'm your neighbor down the street, retired, on Medicare myself, and I've spent a few years now learning where this machine trips people up. Today, in plain English, the most common Medicare mistakes that quietly cost you money, and the simple fix for each one. No sales pitch. By the end, you'll know exactly what to check. Mistake number 1, missing your initial enrollment period. When you turn 65, you get a 7-month window to sign up. The 3 months before your birthday month, the month itself, and the 3 months after. Miss it without other coverage, and 2 penalties can attach for life. Part B goes up 10% for each full 12 months you could have signed up but didn't, on top of the standard premium, which is $202.90 a month in 2026. Part D, drug coverage, adds 1% of the national base premium. That's $38.99 this year, times every uncovered month. Both penalties last as long as you have Medicare. The fix is simply this. Mark that 7-month window on your calendar and sign up inside it, unless you have real, creditable coverage from an employer still working. Mistake number 2, assuming Medicare is free. It's an easy assumption. You paid into it your whole working life. But Medicare has costs. Part B carries that monthly premium. Part A and Part B both have deductibles. And here's the one that surprises people most. Under original Medicare all by itself, there is no yearly cap on what you pay out of pocket. None. A serious illness could mean bills with no ceiling. The fix isn't to panic. It's to know this going in, and to understand that a Medigap policy or a Medicare Advantage plan is how people add that missing out-of-pocket limit. Budget for Medicare like the real expense it is. Mistake number 3, and this is the one that catches the most good people. Missing your Medigap Open Enrollment window. When you're 65 and enrolled in Part B, a one-time 6-month window opens. During those 6 months, no insurance company can turn you down for a Medigap policy or charge you more because of your health. After it closes, that protection is gone. Outside that window, in most states, insurers can look at your medical history, and they can charge you more or deny you a policy altogether. The fix? If you think you might ever want a Medigap plan, the safest time to buy is inside that 6-month window, while your health can't be held against you. Mistake number 4, setting it and forgetting it. You picked a good drug plan or Advantage plan once, and you've kept it ever since. But here's the thing, the plans change every year. The drugs they cover, the pharmacies, the costs, the doctors in the network, all of it can shift, and your own prescriptions change too. That's what the annual enrollment period is for, October 15th to December 7th every year. The fix is a simple yearly habit. Each fall, open your plan's new plan documents, put your current medications into the plan finder at medicare.gov, and just check. 15 minutes can save hundreds. Mistake number 5, the HSA trap. This one's a little technical, so stay with me. If you have a health savings account through work and you're heading towards 65, here's the catch. The month your Medicare begins, your legal HSA contribution limit drops to 0. Put money in after that, and the IRS treats it as an excess contribution, with a 6% tax penalty. And it's sneakier than it sounds, because Part A can be backdated up to 6 months when you sign up late. The fix? Straight from IRS guidance. Stop your HSA contributions at least 6 months before you apply for Medicare or Social Security. You can still spend the money, you just can't add to it. And mistake number 6, switching plans without checking the fine print. An Advantage plan can look wonderful on the surface, low premium, extra perks, but every Advantage plan has a network of doctors and a formulary, a list of the drugs it covers. Switch without checking, and you may find your own doctor isn't in the network, or your prescription isn't on the list. The fix is 2 phone calls before you ever sign anything. Call the plan and confirm your doctors are in network, and confirm every medication you take is on the formulary. 10 minutes now saves a very bad surprise in January. Now, to be fair, not every one of these applies to every person. If you had solid employer coverage past 65, some of those enrollment deadlines shift for you. And for plenty of people, an Advantage plan genuinely is the right fit. The point isn't which choice is best. It's making the choice with your eyes open, before a window quietly closes. So here's the one thing I want you to actually do. Take 5 minutes and write down 2 things on your calendar. Your enrollment windows, that 7-month sign-up window, and your 6-month Medigap window if they're still ahead of you, and a yearly reminder every October to review your plan. That single habit, mark the windows, review each fall, quietly prevents almost every mistake on this list. If one of these 6 caught you off guard, tell me in the comments which one. I read them, and it tells me what to cover next. And if this helped, subscribe so more neighbors find it. Here's the part with nothing to sell. You can get free, unbiased help from your state health insurance assistance program, your SHIP, at no cost. Just call 1-800-MEDICARE or visit Medicare.gov. One last thing. This is general information, not advice, and I'm not affiliated with Medicare, CMS, Social Security, or the IRS. The rules and the dollar amounts change every year, so always verify what applies to you at medicare-gov or by calling 1-800-MEDICARE, ones that quietly cost the most. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.